What's up everybody, my name is Jared, aka the Sinister Camaro, and today welcome to another video. Thank you guys for the continued support. If you've been here before, if this is your first time, welcome to the channel, good to have you. Now today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today I'm going to do a little cooking episode, which you're not used to seeing on the channel, but we're going to try something new and see if you guys like it. So if you're tired of the same old in your quarantine, I just want to let you know that there is hope. There is another steak recipe, so get out your notebooks, get out some notes. Make sure you listen carefully to this, and you yourself can have your very own Sinister Steaks coming right up. Alright, so I figured this would be a really fun, easy way of doing this. You can actually see what I'm doing and you can watch me do it. But everything that you see in front of me is everything that you're going to need. You're going to need a measuring cup, a tablespoon, a teaspoon. You're going to need 2 bags to put the mixtures in. You can use one for either 2 or 3 steaks. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. We like to do 1 steak per bag just because if we put them together, it kind of smushes them. But you always want to marinate it at least about, I don't know, a full day. 2 days is even good. Make sure that over time that you actually mess with the mixture as well, so you don't have that nasty yellow gunk just kind of just sitting on the edges. So let's get started. So first ingredient, we're going to start with measuring cup on this. As you can see here, 1/3. So you're going to need 1/3 of soy sauce. So we're going to get our soy sauce right here. All right, so 1/3 we're going to go in this bag right here. Then your second third over here. I put a little bit too much in there. Next on your cup, you're going to see the 1/2 mark, and go ahead and fill that with some olive oil. Nice, easy 1/2. If you do put 2 or 3 steaks in one bag, that's perfectly fine. You can still use the same mixture that we use here for just one bag to marinate all 3. Just gives it a nice juicy texture if we do 2 separate bags that we've learned. Step number 3, get lemon juice. You want to fill that up to your 1/3 mark, the same mark that you had the soy sauce as well. 1/3. You don't have to be super exact with it, but get as close to it as you can. There we go, 1/3 in each. Last but not least, this cup does not have 1/4 on it, but you want to go below the 1/3 line with that, with the Worcestershire sauce. There's 1, and there's 2. Alright, so that should be all we need for the measuring cup. We're gonna get your tablespoon and get 1 1/2 tablespoons of garlic powder. And 1/2. Start with the 1/2 on that one. Again, it doesn't have to be super exact, just as close as you can get to it. Next, we're gonna take dried basil. So we got our basil leaves right here. We're gonna need 3 whole tablespoons of these guys. 1. Let's just say 1/2. There's another 1/2. And then there's another one. 3 total. Come to your next bag and make the same thing. Might be a little bit more than anticipated, but we got it done. Then we want 1/2 parsley flakes. So 1. 1/2. 1. 1/2. You need 1 teaspoon of ground white pepper. Yep, that works. Now, you could use cayenne pepper. It gives an extra kick to it, but to me, for whatever reason, it just tastes like wood. So we don't really put this in there, but if you would like to, and add the extra kick, 1/8 teaspoon would be perfect for it. So just a little kick to it, but I don't like it, so I'm not putting it in mine. Last but not least, 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. There we go. And there's your marinade. Now all you gotta do, what I like to do, is take it and mix it up like this. Make sure everything's nice and mixed up in it. And voila. So that's what your mixture is going to look like. Doesn't look too great, but trust me, once it sits overnight and you get a taste of it. Then next, get your steaks. Just pop them right on in there. Make sure they're fully submerged, fully covered. That way you get that nice seasoning all over in it. Steak number 2. Same thing.
Babe, what are you doing?
I'm weed whacking.
How are you weed whacking in your shorts and your flip flops?
With the new product from Manscaped. The ones that brought you the lawnmower 2.0, 3.0, and now an ear and nose trimmer called the Weed Whacker. Now with this amazing product, you're gonna get a skin safe replaceable head. You're gonna get a high performance motor with 9,000 RPM. You're gonna get a cordless rechargeable battery. And you can even use your lawnmower 3.0 charging stand that you had for this product as well. So you can keep one as backup. It's got a smart and elegant design. And of course, it wouldn't be Manscaped product if it wasn't waterproof. So you can use this in the shower, anywhere you need to. So don't forget to pick up your very own Weed Whacker yourself and keep yourself groomed, cleaned in times of hardship, all that good stuff. And make sure to use my code SINISTER to save yourself 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. Now let's get back to the video.
Alright guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this view. It's like a hands-on view, something we're trying out differently on this video. But here's the grill. We got to get it set up. We've got to basically preheat it for about 10-15 minutes until we get about 450 or 400, 500 in that range. So make sure you cut on your propane, which we just did there, and then make sure on here to go all the way up, turn all of them on, and then there's your lighter. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but all 3 burners are on, so we'll let that simmer for about 10-15 minutes. Alright guys, so here's what it looks like. It's not a full 24 hours, but it's as close enough we can. It's my wife's birthday, so we're gonna have steaks for dinner. And you can see it's nice. I kind of mixed it up a little bit during the day just to make sure that that goopy yellow stuff happens. If it does happen, it's no big deal. It just doesn't look good. What I usually do is I take these steaks out of the packs and put them on the grill, and then I end up just mixing them up without it anyway. So it's perfectly fine if that happens. So now that the grill has preheated and everything, we're going to take these bad boys out and we're going to put them on the grill. All right, so as you can tell, 450. So we're good to go. What we're gonna do is lift this up. Now, you don't have to do this, but I've gotten really used to using a grill mat. It's really helped the steaks out a lot. It doesn't give charred kind of like bar mark on the steaks, but it still leaves like the juicy flavor in it. So I like it a lot better. I don't have those crispy ends, which are very tasty with this mixture, but it's a whole lot better without it. So what I do, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna place it on there, make sure to flatten it a little bit, make sure there's contact in the whole entire thing. We're gonna take our other steak, do the same. These are boneless ribeyes. And then the added extra effect, I like to basically put some more of the marinade on top of it so that it can cook into the steak as well. Not only is it absorbed, but I want more of it kind of in there. And the grill mat actually helps that as well because it doesn't fall into the flames below. Therefore, you don't have flare-ups. Well, without it, you probably have a bunch of flare-ups, but We're gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes on that side. So basically I got my timer set for 5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and get that started. And that's gonna be on one side. If you hear any kind of pitter patter, rain or anything like that, yes, it is raining. Welcome North Carolina. So we have to deal with that as well. But we're gonna let that sit for 5 minutes and we're gonna come right back to it. About to hit the 5-minute end. So we'll go ahead and stop that. Next thing we're gonna do is get our handy dandy tongs, open it up. We're gonna flip her over. Again, getting all that to touch the grill. And then again, I also like to dump the marinade on the top again. Anytime I flip them over, I like to put marinade on it, just to be safe. Ooh, a little bit too much there, but it'd be alright. Alright, so we're gonna go another 5 minutes and we will return in a minute. Alright guys, so round 2 is almost over. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel that so I don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna put a nice 1-minute timer on there, because what we're gonna do, you can do this for 1 minute or 2 minutes, whichever you prefer, but we're gonna flip these things over a couple more times. So I'm gonna do a different direction, see if I can get some of those grill marks in there. There we go. Take this, put another coating on it. Bam, just like that. All right, and 1 minute timer. Gonna start now. Now, depending on the size of your steak is how long you want to do this. So if it's thinner than an inch, you might want to take a minute or two off of it. If you're doing a like an 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches, you might want to add a minute to it just to make sure it gets actually cooked. Now, if you like it to be super pink in the middle, after 10 minutes, after that one flip over for each side, you can take it off. It'll be super pink in the middle, and if that's the way you like it. We like with a little bit of pink in the middle, so we're gonna try to aim for that. So I'm gonna do this 1 minute on this side, then we're gonna flip it over one more time and do another minute, and then it'll be done and we'll cut it open and see what it looks like. All right, our 1 minute is about up, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over one more time. Again, this mat's awesome for catching all the gunk. See those flare-ups? You're gonna get a lot of those if you didn't have the grill mat on there. So be careful of that. And it's starting to rain even more. I gotta hurry this up. There we go. All right, and 1 minute. We'll be right back. Starts to downpour when we're at the end here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take these bad boys off. We're gonna turn this off. We're gonna turn our gas off just to make sure we don't burn anything down. Come on, give me a good piece. There we go. Birthday steak for the birthday girl. Trust me, you're gonna want every single piece. So we'll let that cool off and we'll come get that later. All right, so here's how it's gonna go. You wanna cut it at a slant so that way it actually holds in the kind of seasoning and everything we did. So make sure it cut at a little bit of a slant. She's a thick one, boy. She's a thick one. Just like that. Boom. You see that? A little bit of pink in the middle. Perfect. That's how you cook steak right there.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.